If you are new to the crypto world, let me be the first to welcome you. One of the things that come with being new to the space is that you get to hear a lot of different terms that you aren't quite familiar with, like liquidity pool. You may ask what this liquidity pool in crypto is about. Well, simply put, the crypto liquidity pool is an extensive collection of coins that allows a trader to put in one coin and bring out another. As the name implies, it provides liquidity for the market while the traders pay fees for it as they trade and swap their coins. Also, in crypto liquidity pools, you can put in your coins and charge other people trading fees when they make use of your liquidity to swap the coin. However, I doubt that you understand all that I just said. So in today's video,
Crypto Explainer.
we'll be looking at liquidity pools in crypto and how it actually works. However, to understand the idea of a liquidity pool in crypto, it is crucial to understand what a liquidity pool is. That said, let's get right into it. Now, let's break this down in the simplest way possible. I believe we already established the fact that these pools aren't your realistic pools filled with water, but rather are smart contracts that allow traders to exchange both tokens and coins even without the presence of a buyer or a seller. That leads us to the traditional stock market and how it works. Stay with me here. The traditional stock market makes use of something called the order book model, where both buyers and sellers write out and submit their orders for how much stock they want to buy and how much they want to buy it for. Once that is submitted, if any of these buyers and sellers meet at an agreed price, they go ahead with the trade transaction as the seller gets his money while the buyer gets the stock. So, when you open up an order book, you get to see a buyer willing to buy, say, 16 stocks at $13.45. While on the other hand, you get to see a seller willing to sell about 20 stocks for $13.80. So, necessarily, if you wish to purchase stocks from, say, Robinhood at the market price, you will have to submit an order to purchase all of the stocks as you wish, at the current price the seller is willing to sell at. And looking at the displayed graph, you are given an idea of how many sellers and buyers there are at different prices. However, it is important to know that this is not exactly efficient enough if you are there to buy or sell, as you need to set a price that someone else out there would be willing to agree with and make a purchase, especially if you want to buy or sell your stocks as soon as possible, or else you may be forced to wait till your price matches what you need. But here's the good thing. There actually is a solution to this, which is a liquidity pool that makes use of an algorithm. This algorithm makes it easy for traders to buy and sell assets regardless of the prices, whether high or low, and regardless of what time it is or if there are buyers or sellers to meet your needs. Why, you may ask? Well, that is because a liquidity pool is a pool made up of both assets you want to trade for. The technology that aids the liquidity pool to exist is called a smart contract. Therefore, a liquidity pool is just a code that is a smart contract that is written in a way that allows it to hold funds, do some math with said funds, and then allow traders to trade based on the math that was done. That was a lot easier to understand, right? Now let's get into how this pool really works. The pools start off with an exact ratio of 50-50. Let's break it down using Ethereum and basic attention tokens. So, in the case where you want to give the pool a sum of $500 to trade, you will need to give it $250 of both Ethereum and basic attention tokens. And so, as you continue to purchase these basic attention tokens and give Ethereum into the pool, it will gradually increase the price you have to pay for each token. For example, if you start buying a token at $1.30, the second time you purchase, the price may increase by a penny or more, and by the 100th time, you would probably pay around $1.60. It is really quite simple because as you keep buying even more basic attention tokens, the pool will charge you even more and more for each one. However, that is only because, as we mentioned earlier, the pool starts off with a 50-50 ratio of Ethereum and basic attention tokens, and is expected to remain that way. And so, since you are buying more basic attention tokens and giving in more Ethereum, the pool begins to have a greater number of Ethereum, causing the price to drop. Hence, the basic attention token rises based on the algorithm in use. Now, one important thing that people are expected to take note of is the fact that attached to every transaction made is a tax, meaning it will cost a small percentage of each trade for a trade to be made. One good example of this liquidity pool is Uniswap. This pool allows its users to trade any Ethereum token for any other Ethereum token for a small fee. An importance of liquidity pools to be noted, however, is that if there are a bunch of basic attention tokens, and instead of trading for the Ethereums we have been making use of since the beginning of this video, we trade it for some of the graph tokens. What liquidity pools do in this situation is that they, with the help of decentralized exchanges, get hooked with another entirely different liquidity pool so the trade can be made easily and directly. So, if you mention that you have basic attention tokens and are in need of graph tokens, the decentralized exchange does the first swap of the basic attention token to Ethereum, and then it will do the second from Ethereum to the graph token. The term assigned to this is called routing, which can be very powerful. So now if you hear your crypto friends make use of the term, you know exactly what they mean. Basically, the decentralized exchange will do the good work of helping you route some trades. So you are able to trade absolutely any token on their platform for whatever token you wish, even if there aren't a lot of liquidity pools for the token in question. It is really that simple how liquidity pools actually work. But now that we've been able to properly explain how the liquidity pool works, let's now look at why you would consider pulling your money into one of these pools. It is possible that you invest money into a liquidity pool, and whenever you put your money into this pool, you will now be referred to as a liquidity provider. Remember that I mentioned earlier that every transaction requires little fees or tax? Well, as you would imagine, as more people come into trade, what used to be a very, very small fee starts to increase. But where exactly do they go? Well, considering the fact that someone somewhere decided to invest his or her money into a pool, becoming a liquidity provider, it is only right that this returns as fees go back to them, and that is where the fees that are paid go to. But how does it work? Say, as a provider, you put in $500 of Ethereum and $500 of basic attention tokens, and say your friend decides to join in on the investment and also puts in the same amount. Well, now you have a total of $2,000 in the pool. And so, as people continue to trade in and out throughout the day, suppose you are able to earn about $150. Considering the fact that 50% of these earnings belong to you while the other half belongs to your friend, at the end of the day, you would have earned about $75 just for being a liquidity provider. And with the constant crypto market, you are able to earn even more substantial amounts. Well, there you have it. Hopefully, we've been able to give a very detailed explanation on how these liquidity pools work. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. If you found this helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe if this is your first time on the channel. Also, remember to ring the bell notification so you don't miss an upload. Until next time, thank you very much for watching.